Now, you may not know this, but the day after Christmas kicks off the biggest season of the year for online dating, which has gone from being kind of a punchline people joked about and did in secret to a major business that's considered totally socially acceptable among especially the younger generation. The largest player in this space is IAC Interactive, which owns Match.com and OkCupid, but they're just one piece of the puzzle at this cats and dog interactive company. It's what I think. The most effective player, the one that study after study has shown gets users the best matches with the lowest divorce rate in the industry, is the number 2 player, the privately held eHarmony. In fact, eHarmony is so good at matching people with other people that the company has decided to branch out into matching people with companies to find the best fit for a given job. The company is developing this capability right now, and they expect to do a graduated rollout with an alpha version coming out at the end of the year and a full rollout coming sometime in the second quarter of 2015. I think it's going to be a huge development, good oversight of the whole company. Now, last night I had a chance to go off the tape and talk to Dr. Neil Clark Warren, the founder, chairman, and CEO of eHarmony, who happens to be a big fan of the show. Take a look. Doctor, I'm thrilled you're here. And we on Wall Street talk about algorithms, an algorithm that produces the possibility of a successful trade. I feel some way that eHarmony was the first algorithm.
Well, I got to tell you, we've had 10 billion matches. 10 billion matches. And we've had 1 million marriages. So that's 2 million people. And then we've had 1 million other couples who have gotten together, but they haven't gotten married because they're wary of it.
Right.
But we've had a lot of experience with matches, and we hope we can keep doing that for the rest of our days.
You have documented empirical success versus the competition, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, we did a big study of 20,000 marriages, and we did really well with that study. Yeah, you have to understand how thrilling it is to find that people really believe that they want to be with the same person for all the rest of their lives. They're absolutely sure of it. And our divorce rate is only 3.86%.
Versus the general population.
Well, the divorce rate in the general population can go as high as 40, 45%. Right. So 3.86% is a pretty thrilling number.
Now, one of the things I thought was very interesting was this new idea about eHarmony Plus. We spent a lot of time talking with companies that are cloud-based companies that do human resources and tell you that they manage who's hired and who's not. But you're using this very brilliant algorithm, again, to figure out who matches company to person.
Well, I'm really excited about that because I don't know very many great marriages where the person comes home every night and says, "I hate my job." If you love your job, you have a much better chance of loving your marriage, right?
Right.
So we decided we're going to get into marriages. So for the last get into jobs. So for the last 3 years, we've worked on careers, and we take on 4 things. We say, do you have the same kind of culture as this company has? Do you match up on culture? And then we want the person to have the tools to do the job that they need to do, and we can determine that pretty fast. We want them to have a great personality fit with the person they report to, and then the 4th thing is there are about 8 or 10 other people usually that you need to have a great personality fit with. If you have those 4 things, you'll have a great job.
Well, this brings me to an obvious point, which is that IACI, okay, their real moneymaker is Match. The service that you're just talking about would be ideal for many corporations, and the marketplace, stock market, would love a stake in that particular company. Would you want to give a part of your company up to being public, given the fact that you have succeeded so much? I bet you successful people who've gotten married successfully want to own you. Corporations that have used you would want to own shares. Why not go there? I want to, given what you just told me, if I could own stock, I'd like a piece of it.
Well, I love your saying that. And we've been kind of moving a little bit that way. But, when you've been through a kind of a tough time where people took over, we sold 30% of our company back a ways, and people took it over and they didn't know how to run it. And things started kind of sliding on us. And so here I am, as old as I am, and I sold our house in Maine and moved back to California to be the CEO of the company. You're kind of wary. You're a little wary of selling your company to other people.
Right.
But we've been thinking more and more about it.
Well, because a liquidity event is something that you have to consider at any age. As you get older, I'm sure the bankers are telling you, your advisor's saying, listen, you need a liquidity event, sir.
I know. We probably do need a liquidity event, but I tell you, we need it a lot less than we used to because we make enough money and we pay our people enough and we give them great bonuses, and we want all of them to feel like, boy, do they appreciate us here. And maybe we'll have to do something like an IPO just for that particular part.
I think it would be
business.
a great fit with the marketplace, and you've done a lot of greatness for people. You really have. You've done a great thing, and that also happens to be a company, is the way I look at it.
Well, I'm pretty excited about that, but I'm excited about being on this show.
Oh,
no, you've got to listen to me. That I'm older than you, so you've got to listen to me. That I love being on this show because I watch
You're the first guest that's ever said that, I have to admit. That's Dr. Neil Clark Warren. He's the founder, chairman, CEO of eHarmony. I'm honored, sir. Thank you for those kind words. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Stay with Cramer.